Hi everyone, I'm Todd Lucien. I'm the Region 5 VP, and I know I haven't done these videos in a while. I'm going to do a better job this coming year, but we've got some deadlines coming up, and we've got some transitions coming up. And so I wanted to put this together just to give all chapter leaders and section leaders a little bit of heads up of what's going on. Before I begin, I want to thank all the outgoing leaders of the chapters because our year ends June 30th. Also want to say congratulations to all the chapter SPY winners, and I'm going to try to get those collected and posted. We've got a regional SPY. Congratulations to them. And did you know that the SPY of the Year award goes to Abby Fieri out of the Northwest chapter? So congratulations to Abby as well. So we've got our financial reports are due by May 31st. As is our leadership forms, and those both get uploaded to our COMT. So I just want to kind of talk about that and then kind of review some things for the ROC as well. On the screen here, you see this is the home page when you've logged in. And if you're a leader and you're listed as a leader, when you log in, what you can do is you can go, once you log in, go to membership and then to community leader resources. And this is where you're going to find, if it works, all the everything you need in order to kind of guide you to make sure you get the forms. I don't know why this is going so slow. Of course, I've got all kinds of tabs open. So we've got the community. So if you go to chapters here, it should bring you to everything you need. I'm going to actually provide you, with when I send out this link, I'll provide some attachments too for some of the things that are found on this page. So, got key dates. I'm going to go over those. We've got chapter information, where to contact us. So there's all kinds of things here. And so one thing we're going to have to do is we're going to have to start updating our bylaws based on some of the most recent changes to the House of Delegates, sunsetting, and then we have this new advisory group. We also, and so there'll have to be some changes because we won't have HOD delegates, though we should have the same position should be transitioned to the advisory board. We also have the communities page where you can ask questions. So if you haven't been using this, you can. Also, I've been looking at, so this is the Region 5 website. This needs to be updated. This is old. See, the most recent thing, 2020. And I'm going to effort over the summer to try to get this done. But then when I was looking at some of the other chapter stuff, so this is 2021, though they've got their newsletters updated. That was a picture of me from years ago. Okay, so Hawkeye seems to be the most active progressive. So congratulations to the Hawkeye chapter. Northeast also very good. I know they collaborate quite a bit. What we got here, we got a 2021 right on top. That's Neil chapter, Sil chapter. Okay, they've got some 2022 stuff, but the chapter newsletters are 2020. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working with the region officers, and we're going to go through and try to help, kind of track and share to get those updated. I'm going to effort to do the regional, and we'll try to get it so it's more cohesive. Because one thing we want to do is provide our members with the most updated information and update photos and things like that. Because one thing that came out of the ROC is people don't like receiving millions of emails per day from society or anybody else. Let's just put information there so they can go get it when they want to. And then every once in a while, we can bring them to our websites. Under the, the Society Operating Guidelines, 8.5 talks about maintenance of chapter charter. So that's something that I'm going to be focusing on this summer, helping you using the COMT guidance to try to get us, so we're not rushing at the end or trying to figure things out the minute before, but trying to get things done. This is just a contact thing for all the regions. It's got me, it's got Tony, it's got Joanna. We're going to have a bit of a transition here, and I'll update that. But I'm considering, as I review the regional bylaws, that we may need some additional officers, and I may ask Joanna or nominate her to stay on to kind of help with this as we expand and make things easier for everybody. Here's just more about the tools. I believe this is the COMT tool. Again, it's located under the leadership And here's a guidance for it. I'd share this with a few chapters yesterday to try to help them as they were finishing their submissions that are due on the 31st. And then there's Safety 2022. So some other things I put together, some things I'm going to attach to this, the email that goes out. I've got two screens here. So what do we got here? We have an FAQ for COMT. A lot of you already have this taken care of. There's just a few that may need some additional boost, some additional help at the end here. Our final comp reports are due June 30th, which is the last day of the fiscal year. It starts transitioning. If anybody needs help with marketing or management of their website, we're going to start digging in and find out what we can get from society. And then, okay, so here are the bylaws for the region, and I'm going to be focusing on these and trying to figure that out. What else do I have for you? Nope, not there. Oh, yeah, the documents. So you should already have this, but if you don't, you can download the financial report. So this is what's going to be uploaded to your COMT. Each chapter is given a unique URL, and so yesterday I spent a lot of time in the leadership thing and on the website and looking through all my things. So it took me a while to get a hold of chapter services, but I have all of your unique links here in order to upload your stuff. So if any of you have lost this or need this, email me, and I can send you your links so you can get into your COMT. I didn't have this before. I'm so glad Jerry gave it to me. Thank you, Jerry. That was so awesome. And so I can help you now. I was worried there. I was like, how can I help them? And so, okay, I'm going to wrap this up. So the last thing I'd want to share with you is just to kind of review, put this into your head bonnet. Financial forms are due on the 31st. So are the leadership forms. Those links I shared and the things I'm going to be providing you in the emails, that should be everything you need. The leadership forms are just basically who's transitioning. If nobody's transitioning, then it's going to be the same thing. Just make sure it's verified. On June 27th to 29th is Safety 2022. Next year, at least maybe next year as we build up, months in advance, I will want to know who's going to be going. Also, if anybody is under financial hardship and if you're speaking at the conference and you're not going to be reimbursed, reach out to myself or Chris Flagel, the regional treasurer, and I believe we approved up to $500 reimbursement for you from the region. I'm supposed to put something together. Chris and I are working on that, but you can contact us directly if you do have any questions. All of you should be working on your officer transition. You're supposed to be doing it by July 1st, but I know we wait until after the 1st, sometimes after July 4th, get past that holiday. That's good because the month of July is kind of like a transition period, and I think we could view it as that. Some chapters have already probably going to be transitioning into the planning phase. I know that my chapter, we do a lot of the planning at our annual golf outing, which is in June. We kind of start things there. So all the planning should begin, at least in July, so that in August 15th, your operational plan is due, and that's where you kind of lay out everything for the upcoming year. I will be creating a Dropbox or a Google Docs. I got to figure which one I like better to share with all the chapters, so you guys can upload forms directly to there, and that'll also help us when we meet for the Rock. You guys can upload your pre-work or your homework. One thing I'd like to do is, and I talked about this at the Rock in Milwaukee. By the way, thank you, Wisconsin chapter, for hosting us. Is our Fall Rock is September 14th through the 16th. So travel 14th, the night of, will probably be a social event. Our meetings are all day on the 15th, and then just the morning of the 16th, and then you travel on the afternoon of the 16th. So it's a Wednesday evening, Thursday, and Friday. It's going to be in Des Moines. It's going to be hosted by the Northeastern Iowa chapter and the Hawkeye chapter. They're going to be kind of combining efforts. I'm going to make it so that I'd like it to all be face-to-face. The attempt to do a broadcast virtual plus in the room is very, very difficult. I think it takes away from the interaction. So what I'm going to do is all of the business work, the busy business stuff, I'm going to try and handle that virtually prior to the Rock. So then when we go to the Rock, what I want to do is more socializing, more just open discussions, have it be more organic, brainstorming, and actually just kind of doing things. And we did a lot of that in Milwaukee, and I wanted to focus on that. And the focus will be, what are we going to do for this year? That's really what we're going to discuss. And then next March or April, and I think it's March we're supposed to meet, what we're going to do is we're going to reflect and review what we did, maybe make plans for what we could do to finish strong and then transition and get into the next year. So those are going to be the two separate focuses of the Rock, but it's going to be more work done in place, and the busy work can be done externally. We will probably have maybe one group thing, but the people who signed up didn't even show really much. So we'll figure it out. For all the transitioning officers, the leadership conference is October 20th and 21st. It is all virtual, unfortunately. We wish it was face-to-face, but we're still trying to figure things out. If you ever have any questions or you need to get a hold of me, I've got two emails. A couple of people actually tested this one. So the RVP at region5.asse.org, that comes to me. The other one is my actual professional email, which is loushint@uww.edu. So please go ahead and email me, especially if you need that link, if you have any other questions. So I really want to, I'm going to begin really focusing on what I can do to kind of collect and understand everybody side by side. So I'm going to be creating some Excel forms so I can really help everybody out, especially the chapters that are struggling a little bit, because we had a lot of officers either kind of ghost us or actually step away from their position because of work or their personal lives. And that happens. We understand that. What we want to do is we want to build sort of redundancies in place, so we have somebody who can step right in, or we can have another chapter, mentor until someone else steps up. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be kind of collectively trying to make things easier on everybody. And I think a big thing from that is going to be updating our websites and sharing more. So I'm wrapping up my first year. I came in late last year. This has gone way, way, way too long. So everybody, please make sure you get your financial statements in and that they are checked and double checked, so audited. Make sure you update your leadership forms. And if you haven't progressed to that point, maybe we can have people carry over, but according to bylaws, we're supposed to do certain things. We may have to revisit that. Not everybody has to be perfect. I want you to understand that what we want to do is just get on a course of continuous improvement, and we will figure it out as we move forward. And again, try to share more of our resources, a common understanding of things. I would love to have a speaker bureau set up for the region so that, and I want to track everybody's topics as well. I want to see how much, because we're kind of siloed in many ways, find out what, our chapter is covering the same topics by different people. How are they doing it? I'm babbling, so I'm going to shut up now. So please reach out to me. Here are some dates for you. Make sure you get that on there, especially as you go into your planning phases. But I want to thank you all for your volunteerism and all your support. And I will do better in this coming fiscal year to better serve you. So thanks.